Hidden players, how secret services stoked the war, the spies, agents, and provocateurs who paved the way to disaster. I'm Soldier Petr, and I'll show you the hidden puppeteers of World War I. While politicians negotiated in salons, nameless men operated in the dark alleys of Europe. Spies, agents, provocateurs. They prepared the ground for war before anyone else. And no one knows about them. The Shadow War before the war. 1900 to 1914. There is an invisible conflict going on across Europe. Every power has an army of spies, agents, saboteurs. Their task? To destabilize enemies, prepare terrorism, provoke crises. The German Abteilung 3B infiltrates the French army, the Russian government, and the British fleet. The French Deuxième Bureau funds Russian revolutionaries and Serbian terrorists. The Russian Okrana provokes Austro-German disputes. This isn't paranoia, it's a reality. Europe is a web of espionage where everyone is watching everyone else. And some of those agents are actively working to start a war. Does that remind you of today? The most dangerous organization in Europe, Unification or Death, known as the Black Hand, was founded in 1911 in Belgrade by Serbian officers. Its leader, Colonel Dragutin Dimitrijević. SPIES, the man who organized the assassination of the Serbian king in 1903, is now planning the extermination of Austria-Hungary. The Black Hand is not a gang, it's a state organization. Dimitrijević is the head of Serbian military intelligence. He receives money from the government, weapons from the army, and support from Russian agents. Their specialty? Training young terrorists and sending them into Austria. The goal? Assassinations of high-ranking Austrian officials to provoke a war. The Black Hand is not funded only from Serbia. Russian protection secretly sends millions of rubles to support the Slavic cause. The Russian agent Artamonov operates in Belgrade under the cover of a cultural attaché. In reality, he distributes money to terrorist organizations throughout the Balkans. Why does Russia support terrorism? Because it cannot openly attack Austria, but it can support terrorists who destabilize Austria. When Austria responded to terrorism, Russia pretended to be the defender of innocent Slavs. Genius but diabolical. Austria is not a passive victim. It has its own secret services that provoke Serbian nationalism. Agency 7. A department of the Austrian General Staff infiltrates Serbian organizations. The goal? To find out the terrorists' plans and allow them to carry out the assassination. Why? Because a successful assassination of a high-ranking Austrian official would give Austria a pretext to attack Serbia. Austrian agents actually want their own people to be killed. The most cynical. They know about the preparations for the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, but they don't warn him because his death will be the perfect pretext for war. German funding of chaos. Germany's Abteilung 3B has an even more diabolical plan. To finance revolutionaries in all enemy countries. In Russia, they support the Bolsheviks. Lenin has been receiving German money since 1905. The goal? Through revolution, Russia will lose its ability to wage war. In France, they finance anarchists and syndicalists. The goal? Strikes will cripple French mobilization. In Britain, they support Irish nationalists. The goal? An uprising will divert attention from the continent. The Germans are literally investing in chaos in all enemy countries. And then they use that chaos as a pretext for a defensive war. Sarajevo, the perfect trap, June 1914. It is neither a coincidence nor pure bad luck. It is the result of years of espionage preparation. The Black Hand supplies Princip with weapons and training. Russian agents are funding the operation. Austrian agents know about the assassination but do not intervene. Austrian Governor Potiorek even changes Franz Ferdinand's route so that he passes through dangerous neighborhoods. Officially, so that the people can see the Archduke. In reality, so that the assassins have a better opportunity. When the first attempt fails, the driver of the Archduke's car pretends to make a wrong turn and stops exactly where Princip is standing. Coincidence or sabotage? Immediately after the assassination. Right after the shots, a coordinated campaign begins. Austrian agents find evidence of a connection between the assassins and the Serbian government. Some of it true, some of it forged. The German agency begins spreading information about a Serbian conspiracy against peace. The Berlin press is full of revelations about terrorist networks. Russian agents are operating in the opposite direction. They spread information about Austrian provocation and Serbia's innocence. Every intelligence service manipulates public opinion in favor of war. No one wants peace. Everyone wants to be the one who was attacked. The darkest truth, the worst truth about the First World War is that it was not caused by national hatred or economic necessity. It was caused by a small group of men, spies, agents, provocateurs, who systematically destabilized Europe because they believed their country would win the next war. Wilhelm, Poincaré, all those politicians, were just pawns in the hands of their secret services. The real architects of the war operated in the shadows. And what's terrifying is that they operated the same way then as they do now. How many current crises are the result of covert operations? How many wars began in windowless offices? Spies didn't win the First World War, but they certainly started it. Next time, I'll tell you how those fateful 37 days unfolded, from Sarajevo to the declaration of war. Day by day, hour by hour, how secret intrigues turned into open conflict. If you liked the videos and the whole series, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on the topic, share them in the comments. Soldier Petr,